My brother.
It's done?
Yes. Everything.
15 years, huh?
It seems like it was so long ago. And like it was just yesterday as well. Strange how the years pass by.
Ready to go?
Yes.
The huge trailers carrying the cars from the freight train are passing our live-on-location camera crew right now, headed for Tokyo. Since its discovery last week, this train, which disappeared 15 years ago, has been shrouded in mystery. Rumor has it that its
Mr.
cargo
Tanakura?
included the secret, undeclared assets of a very powerful politician.
There were 2 bullet holes in the wall of the freight car. From what we've been able to piece together, one of them was made by the bullet which struck Officer Second Class Koichi Matoi in the forehead. I'm sorry for your loss. The other 2 bullets were the ones that killed Inspector Saeki and Fukujiro Shirogane. Our ballistics personnel have concluded with almost absolute certainty that all 3 bullets were fired from the same rifle.
Thank you, sir. We're extremely grateful for your generosity and assistance.
It was the least I could do.
Thanks to you, we were able to honor my sister with this memorial service. Right now, I'm sure my sister is thanking you from above. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Every soldier we questioned back then denied being part of the operation. Not surprising, considering how much criticism the government would receive if the public found out about the existence of a top-secret group like the I Agency. However, some misguided do-gooder leaked it to the press, resulting in the publicity we were trying to avoid. In some of the other sectors, agreements have been reached ensuring their quiet cooperation.
I see. So what have you found out so far?
Not much. We've been unable to locate the records from around that time, because Kinbara, the man in charge, destroyed most of the related files.
Huh?
I was told that you were on the train with my sister a few minutes before it crashed. That you were with her just before she died.
Your sister was a strong and courageous woman. If it weren't for her, the rest of us would have died too. She asked me to tell you something. She said to tell you there's no need to be quiet about your father anymore.
There, dear. Shh. You'll wake Miyuki.
George, I'd like to talk, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
Miyuki, just thinking about what you've been through the past few days, and how painful it must have been for you, has torn my heart to pieces. I can't tell you how sorry I am. Right now, the only thing I can do is apologize. Please read this letter, all of it, to the very end. I want you to know everything.
Mother! Mother!
What I write here is the truth that we've kept from you. The truth about what happened 15 years ago. When you become aware of this truth, when you find out what really happened, I wonder how you'll take it. Above all, I want you to understand that everything I did, everything, was for this town and for the people who live here.
Huh?
My wife.
Huh?
Out there. Master, too.
What?
She's trying to atone for what we did. Kotoyo's health has always been poor. She was delicate and fragile from the day she was born. On top of all the recent turmoil, the fact that she created this scenario for the incident which caused so much unhappiness for so many people has crushed her heart into the depths of the earth and shrouded her soul in darkness.
Scenario?
That's right. For the freight car heist, 15 years ago.
Huh?
I begged her to find another way to repent, even if it meant some kind of legal punishment. But...
I don't understand. Why's she with Master? What's he got to do with all this?
Master was a good man.
It all began when a stranger came to see us, a man who claimed to be Kotoyo's distant relative. He said that he'd heard somewhere that I was looking for a substantial amount of money, a reliable source of funds with which I could finance the redevelopment of Kimojuku, and that he had a proposition for me. A train carrying a fortune in gold. At first, Kotoyo drew up the plans as a sort of game. Bedridden and weak, it must have been her only enjoyment at the time. But as she refined her plan, and we explored different possibilities, it seemed more and more attractive. It wasn't a game anymore. So I conferred with her brother, the master of Tonbo. We knew we'd need help to pull it off, so we began looking for collaborators. Everyone in town was worried about the future of Kimojuku, which is why all of them agreed to help us. All that was left was to wait for the stranger to contact us.
He was a soldier in the 9th Division.
He was on that freight train, together with your brother.
Oh.
I'm sorry, George.
I plan on turning myself in.
Huh?
I'm responsible for what happened. If it weren't for me, the others wouldn't be guilty of anything.
You're taking responsibility? If you think what you're doing is righteous, brave, and noble, fine. Go for it. After all, that's your problem. I want to know just one thing. The only thing I care about is... who did it? Who was the murderer that killed my brother? The chief told me about the report. The bullet that killed my brother and the bullets that killed Saeki and Fukujiro came from the same weapon. More than likely, the soldier who did it still lives in this area. In fact, he could live right here in Kimojuku. You know, don't you? You know who it is. Tell me! Damn it, tell me who it is!
The man's name is...
I'd like to know, too. Rin?
I thought...
that I was dead? Sorry to disappoint you. I suppose you might say I have the luck of the devil on my side. So go on, old man, tell us. Who is it who killed my big brother? Don't move! Whoops, I forgot. I'm almost out of bullets. Only 2 left, or is it 3? But that's all right. It's enough to kill you. Something on your mind, George? I know exactly what you want to say. The treasure hunt was a complete waste of time. A failure. We didn't get the treasure and we never will. So why go on killing? What's the point? The point is, you're a special kind of prey. Fulfilling your destiny. That's right, destiny. From the moment we met, I knew that sooner or later this moment would come. Me and you. Just like we are now. Say hello to your brother. And don't worry about avenging his death. I'll take care of that for you. Want to take his name along as a souvenir? Well, spit it out, man! What's his name? I wouldn't want you to die of curiosity. Well, what's his name? Rin!
stay away from him! Huh? You hear me?
I saw you guys walking into the swamp, so I followed you here. It's a good thing I did. That was a close call.
I see. So that's what it was.
What?
All this time, and I never caught on. How could I have been so blind?
I don't get you.
It's over. You don't have to play the clown anymore, Konishi. I should have at least been able to figure out who shot Detective Sayeki and Fukujiro. Only 3 people knew what the Gonzamis were planning to do the day Sayeki was killed. Me, the old man from Tonbo, and you. And you're the only one that knew Detective Sayeki was going to be at Mr. Tanakura's estate, which the Gonzames were about to attack. You really had me fooled. A mediocre 9-to-5 on the verge of retirement cop, the perfect disguise for a stone-cold killer. And this isn't the first time. Is it, Kenishi? You've been shooting people for quite a while now.
But it's the first time I've killed anyone with a handgun. You had me fooled, too. I had no idea you were the guy's brother. You see, you never told me your real name. I say good riddance to bad rubbish. You'd have betrayed me anyway, sooner or later. Like you did back then. If I'd have jumped out of that freight car a second later, I'd have ended up at the bottom of the swamp.
But that was an accident!
Yeah, right. Does that answer all your questions?
Well, almost. But not quite.
Oh?
Why'd you kill Sayeki and Fukujiro?
Sayeki was a good cop, and he was going to start looking for Genzo Araki. Eventually, his investigation would have exposed everyone, including me. So I had to stop him. Then I used Fuka as a red herring to confuse the cops even more.
Was that for everyone, too?
Hell no. I just wanted my share, that's all. That freight car was going to be pulled out eventually anyway.
That's why you joined the police force before you moved here. Who'd suspect a cop? But instead of protecting the people of this town, you stalked them and made them targets.
Well, I could never have done it without some help from Mr. Kinbara. Of course, there was one little problem. I ended up working for free. But I don't feel angry anymore. Calm as a whistle, that's what I am. 15 years just like that. How'd they all go by so quickly?
Looks like you wasted all those years for nothing.
Shame you gotta go. I'll miss your sense of humor and that cynical sarcasm of yours.
Shoot me. If you think you can. All done?
You son of a...
Take Tanakura and get out of here. I knew you'd have it stashed someplace.
Like they say, practice makes perfect. Listen, when the gears of fate start to turn, our destinies turn with them. Your showing up here changed everything. If you hadn't come along, Kimijuku wouldn't have changed. It would still be a quiet town. If it weren't for you, Saeki and Fuka would still be alive. And the beautiful Sanai Araki wouldn't have had to die. That's right, George. You really shook things up around here. Every day something new and exciting.
Hey, why's he shooting at us?
Hey, George, what do you say we call it quits? We could run around all day like this, but... Ha! I'll get rid of them first, then you!
No thanks. If you kill us, what are you gonna do next? You're a cop gone bad. The police will never stop looking for you.
My plans are none of your business. You know there are ways of dealing with the police as well as I do.
There's something I forgot to ask you.
Yeah?
Something important.
About what?
His last breath. Before he died.
He didn't know anything about it. He didn't have a clue. When the train suddenly stopped, the poor guy almost wet his pants.
Did he suffer?
Nah, not a bit. One shot to the head, no muss, no fuss. Believe me, he never knew what hit him.
I see.
And now I'll do the same for you. Have a nice reunion up there. Huh?
I finally caught the guy who did it, Big Brother.
And now he'll pay!
Stop. Please stop. If you don't, you'll kill him. Then you'll be a murderer too.
George, please forgive me. Yes, Keishi was the one who pulled the trigger, but I'm the one who made him do it. I'm the one responsible for killing your brother. I'm sorry. So sorry. Sorry from the bottom of my heart. Truly, truly sorry. And so ashamed.
I got revenge. Fuka. Rin. Hey, George. Could you give me a cigarette? Huh? Huh? What's this? We're gonna start playing with toys now? Fact is, I brought it for you. Wanted you to have it. Before or after you killed me? I can see. Georgie. I can see the door to hell. I'll be waiting. Thanks, Rin. For the thought, anyway.
Mr. Tenakura? Your wife's written confession. I've read it.
I see. Go on.
You'll be prosecuted for your crimes. It's unavoidable, I'm afraid.
I know, and I'm ready.
I see.
Georgie!
Huh?
Georgie! Oh, thank goodness. Looks like I got here just in time. Mom cooked up a little something for you. Wait till you taste the pickles, Georgie. They're really terrific.
Your mother, huh? All right. Thanks, Raccoon.
Miyuki didn't come to say goodbye?
Nah, it's all right.
Georgie, I hope you come back at least once in a while.
Huh? So long now.
二人ゆっくり歩き出す